Warning, this is going to be quite a personal video, so if you're not one of the people who leave hate comments on my video, you might want to click off now before you witness such personal communication, but I thought it was time in my new YouTube era to thank some of the people who have taken time out of their day to make my day a little bit brighter. Dear John Attaway 7754, who says, duh, 90% of time in Florida do park, she's dumb. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite make out what you were trying to communicate, which is a shame because I feel like you had a thought somewhere in there. But I just wanted to say that sometimes in life, I will admit, I get down on myself. I think, Kaylin, why can't you do complex math equations? Why does Shakespeare go right over your head? Why do you find it so hard how to figure out how to use a multi-lane roundabout? But then, John Attaway 7754, I realize there are people in this world who misspell the word dumb when trying to leave a hate comment on someone else's YouTube video. And I just think to myself, Kaylin, you know what? You are enough as you are. Thank you, John, for boosting my self-esteem and helping me realize that it could always be so much worse. Dear Dan Shaw 3239, who says, please go home, or at least try to drop the accent. Firstly, let's acknowledge the good manners your mother clearly taught you. Saying please when leaving a rude comment on someone's video is both confusing and sort of endearing. But I just wanted to let you know that I often do miss America. How could I not, really? This is a place that means so much to me, the place I came from, the place I grew up, the place that still holds so many of my closest family and friends. And I was wondering if I should book a trip this year. I didn't know if I should because it's expensive, but then I read your comment begging me to take some time for myself and go home. And I thought, you know what, Dan? You are so right. I deserve a vacation, and so I booked that ticket for this summer, and I cannot wait to go home. Thank you so much for understanding the complexity of feeling at home in more than one place and encouraging me to spend more time in the US. Dear Steve Trevor 2633, who said, she's got a face kind of like Buzz Lightyear. Honestly, Steve, I think this was supposed to be a mean comment, unless you're the world's biggest Buzz Lightyear fan, but it was so out of left field that it completely made my day. And then I honestly did look up Buzz Lightyear just to see if I could find the similarities. I'm not saying I can see it like you can, but I could kind of see how you could get that impression from the thumbnail I did, and I love the Toy Story franchise, so to be put in the same sentence as Buzz Lightyear, the world's best space ranger, is very humbling. Thank you. Dear G Hike 30, who said, for the love of God, drop the croaky voice. G Hike 30, I can actually tell from the icon that comes up when you comment on videos that you actually subscribe to me. And I just want to say, the fact that you enjoy the channel so much that you still subscribe despite my croaky voice is one of the highest compliments I could possibly imagine. I must be doing something right, and while I can't promise to drop the croaky voice, I can promise to keep creating content that you clearly find worth your while. Dear user DN8WI9GI1I, who said, I've stopped following you. It breaks my heart, honestly, to see you go, but the fact that you took time out of your day to let me know that was the last time I'd see you is really sweet. For weeks now, I've been looking through my comment section going, user DN8WI9GI1I, where are you? Where have you gone? Are you okay? Do I need to come check on you? Thank you for this bit of closure in our relationship. I feel like a lot of people don't get that. I'm sorry that we didn't work out, but I do feel like I can move on now. Dear number 6, who said, there is no need to identify yourself as your voice is painfully from the US, with its high-pitched words, overly proud tone, and flat Yankee vowels. Your voice, like many of your countrymen, is like nails dragged on a chalkboard. I've actually been thinking of changing up the first part of my videos where I introduce myself because I'm getting bored with it and it's getting a bit old. So if you think I can skip the introduction altogether and let my flat Yankee vowels speak for themselves, then that's something I can definitely consider so we can get straight to the good stuff. Dear Sunray is down 1690, who said, another dumb American. The UK is nor England. Never been to Scotland. Well, I think your comment was meant to insinuate that I haven't seen anything other than England and that I've never been to Scotland. I want to assure you that I have, in fact, been to Scotland, as well as Wales and Northern Ireland, all of which I do mention in the same video you commented on, but I don't think you got that far because the fact that I liked anything about England seemed to upset you. I don't have much hope for the future of our relationship, but I just wanted to write and let you know, in case you actually are the one who hasn't been to Scotland, that it's really beautiful and has some of the friendliest people on the planet, and you should go sometime and definitely try the deep fried pizza because it's amazing. Dear Michael Gowron 8022, who said, "You are a moron, sensical. Learn to speak English." Michael, on your constructive recommendation, I have looked into some English as a second language classes that I'm considering. I hope you don't mind if I call you later and ask you for some tips, because it's obvious from your comment that learning to speak English is something you've struggled with as well, and I have no doubt you've been in the same classes, so I'm looking forward to swapping stories and maybe you can tell me which professor to avoid. Dear Diana Sullivan 3285, who says, "What's a rest stop? Is it a toilet? Say toilet. What's wrong with toilet? We know Americans don't get any rest. They have to work, 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 but resting in a toilet is ridiculous. Americans say bathroom for a toilet. My toilet is separate from my bathroom. The say, can I use your bathroom on films, but you know they are going to use your toilet. They are so stupid, Americans." Diana, while your point, I think, is that it's a strange UK versus US difference that Americans tend to say going to the bathroom or going to the restroom rather than going to the toilet, I'm mostly just concerned that you're okay, so please respond and confirm. Also, I did want to let you know, at first I thought to myself, Diana is right. Resting in a toilet is ridiculous. But as you point out, toilets in the UK often does mean the entire room that houses the toilet. And as someone who is an introvert and often needs a place to escape, whether that be from a work party or family function, the toilet is actually an incredible place to rest because no one bothers you in there and you can just close the door behind you and get some much needed peace from whatever is going on. So I wanted to make sure you knew that in case you found yourself in a similar situation in the future. Dear Alan Finlayson 3274, who said, "Ruined by her constant use of the word like every, second, word. Arg. Wonder how she would be able to have a conversation if the word like didn't exist. She should try it sometime. I couldn't finish this video. She was so annoying." While your suggestion that I try having a conversation without using the word like is not the most appealing to this American, you have given me a great idea for a video on why Americans use the word like, premiering this Friday. And when those ad dollars come rolling in from that video, I will only think of how selfless it was of you to take the time to inspire me. Seriously, you could have stayed silent like so many people and kept your opinions about how annoying I am to yourself and made me come up with ideas on my own, but you were like, you know what, Kaylin? I'm here for you, I want to support you, and I can't wait to help grow your channel, subscribers, and income. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you enjoy my next video.